Today, it's all about potatoes. This is one of the most requested recipes I have. People want the recipe or they want me to make it. We're making grilled potatoes with aioli sauce. Got this recipe a long time ago from a friend of mine who brought it to a picnic, and I couldn't stop eating it. The aioli sauce is like liquid gold. I could bathe in it. It's originally comes from Bobby Flay, and I'm gonna make it for you today, and I hope you love it as much as I do. First, we're gonna start with the aioli sauce. When making the aioli sauce, I start with a half a cup of mayo, and then a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Heaping tablespoon is good. Then I use a stone ground. I think the recipe calls for something different. I believe it was that mustard that has the seeds in it. I don't really particularly like the seeds. If you do, go for it. If you like a different type of mustard, you know, switch it up. I always try doing the recipe the way it's written first and then tweak it from there. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of honey. Give a little bit of that sweetness. I'm telling you, this is the best aioli sauce you will ever have. You're gonna love it. Then what I do is I chop up 2 garlic cloves. It may seem like a lot of garlic, but I like garlic, so I don't mind. Now the trick to this is that you gotta do it really fine. You don't want to be biting into big chunks of garlic. You want to get it as small as can be, and then you are going to smash it. Takes a little bit of work, but well worth it. You see the juices. Ben, try and get a close-up of this smashing of the garlic so that they understand that you take the knife and you press on it and you smash it to get it nice and juicy so that that aioli tastes as good as I'm telling you it tastes. It's really all the ingredients combined. Okay, I think it looks good. I'll scoop it up, get it all in there. Now we're gonna add salt to taste. It's whatever you prefer. And we're gonna mix it all together. Salt and pepper is what I added. I make this before the potatoes because the longer it sits, the better it tastes. So if you do this first, then cook the potatoes, the aioli is just how you're gonna like it. Check that out. I know you're like me right now, you're just thinking, I could take a big scoop of that. And that's it, and we'll move on to the potatoes. Boil the potatoes in a medium pot for about 12 to 15 minutes. After the potatoes have been drained, I take a towel and I put it over the top. Let them sit for about 5 minutes just to make sure they cook all the way through. Once the potatoes have cooled a little bit, you're going to take each potato and slice it in half, because we're going to grill them on each side. Okay, you're gonna add a little bit of the aioli sauce on top of each one before we grill them. So I just paint it on a little bit, because most of it is gonna be for when you're dipping it anyway, but this is just to get that grilled char from the mayo aioli that you're gonna love looking at once it's grilled. You're gonna grill both sides. Once it gets that look, not quite there yet, but it's getting there. Once it gets brown, then you're gonna flip them. Okay, this is exactly what you want. You want it charred just a little bit. You can't get that from the broiler. That's the shame, is you can only get those lines from the grill. So that's why I love to grill them, but you know, it's not gonna keep me from cooking them year round. So once they get there, you just start flipping them, and then you wanna cook the other side too. So now I got these other sides cooking, and it's just a couple minutes, and then you'll get that look. Okay, I'm just chopping the parsley. You can use chives. Sometimes I use chives, sometimes I use parsley. It's whatever you have. You don't have to use anything at all. You know, I would never not make it if I didn't have this. It just adds a little bit of flavor and it makes it look really pretty. And I'm just gonna plate them up so they look nice and pretty. I just love the grill marks. Gives a little bit of crunch. Sprinkle some of the parsley. Gotta get the aioli sauce for dipping. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dig right in. I'm not shy with aioli, probably should be, but I'm not, because I love it that much. So good. Make sure you try this recipe. You will love it. Your friends will love it. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe.